Welcome to the reading of Turning 25 on my 52nd birthday. This is a story of my life right after my divorce as I grew into a new woman. Please comment any questions on the video below. I'll get back to them as soon as I can. And thank you so much. Please like and subscribe also. Thanks. Now on with chapter 18. Saturday morning, Veronica woke up and poured herself some coffee. She now was trying to find a creative way to remind Rick of their conversation about having some bondage. She found a picture online of a woman's hands in handcuffs. She sent him the picture with a note and saying, "This is my polite reminder." After she had her coffee and a light snack, she threw a load of laundry in the washer. She played some games on her phone until the laundry was done, and once that was done, she decided to take herself to lunch and do some shopping. There was a shopping center only a few miles away, and she really needed to get out. Not that she would buy anything, but more so she could just focus on something other than sex and Rick. She was gone most of the day. She ate dinner at a bar and a restaurant that was close to home. Across the bar sat a man that was drinking too much. She could tell he was pretty loaded. So Veronica stuck her nose into her phone in hopes not to get his attention. The worst thing in the world was when drunk men decided they wanted to start up conversations. Well, putting her head in their phone did not work. This man changed seats and sat right next to her. He started with, "Hi, how are you?" The conversation started just as friendly chatter, but Veronica still stayed tight-lipped and not over-friendly. She really did not want to get into any deep conversations with a drunk man. He began telling Veronica how his wife had just left him. He said that happened this day. He was in the bar trying to forget his sorrows. Veronica proceeded to try to be very quiet until she could not take it anymore. Listening to this poor little old me story, there was nothing worse than a man whining about his situation. It was fine if you were talking with a friend, but not with a stranger in a bar. I guess some women like that. They want to help the man, make him feel better or something. She decided not to hold back and straight up asked him, "What did you do to make her want a divorce?" She put the whole thing back on him. She wasn't going to join his pity party. She then asked for the check and left. She headed home thinking, why? Why did she attract drunk losers? She wasn't in the mood for anyone anyway. She stopped at the liquor store and bought some wine. She actually just watched some TV and only drank a couple glasses. She was feeling like she needed to slow down. Sunday morning came and she got her coffee and decided she should go to the mountains. The weather wasn't great, but she could put on something a little warm and at least take a nice long hike. She got ready to go and stopped at a restaurant for breakfast. When she was at the restaurant, she found another picture of a lady on her knees, bent forward with her hands tied behind her back. She sent it to Rick. Did not say anything, just a smiley face. He also did not respond. But she didn't care. She was not going to give up. She wanted it, and she was not going to let him forget it. Her day in the mountains was wonderful. She loved looking up and watching the clouds. It was such a strange time for her. She was overall happier than she had ever been, or at least since she could remember. But then there were those bouts of tears and uncontrollable crying. It was feeling in general. You can't just feel happiness without feeling the sorrow and the pain that come along with it. Can't have one without the other. What a truly beautiful day. Veronica felt truly wonderful and blessed. She couldn't ask for a better Sunday. She had dinner at a little place that was on her way home. She splurged and ordered a big steak and a potato. It was extremely yummy, but her appetite was diminishing. She was not as hungry as usual. She did take the leftovers home. It was getting late, so she decided to put some music on and have a glass of wine and dance. She had gone to a concert earlier in the year and saw a band called Milky Chance. It was actually a two-man band. She turned them on and danced. The music was not fast. She was just able to put her little ballet arms in. She was really having a nice time. No crying, just enjoying the music and enjoying moving her body. Well, that was chapter 18. Well, that was kind of short. I think 19 is longer, that's why. It was funny. This guy in the bar, Veronica could be really not very nice sometimes. There's one instance, and I don't even think is in the book, where somebody came up to him in the bar and he was drunk and he was telling her about, my wife left me and, she was young and beautiful and all of this and, now she's living in some country. And And Veronica doesn't. I got to go back to the I thing and make it about me. I do not deal well with pity parties. When you don't know someone and they come up to you and they're drunk in a bar and all of a sudden want you to pity them or start really talking sorrowy without even starting with anything else. It's really just, don't do that. You know, if you're talking to someone and you're going to tell them a story is one thing, but when you just start with this pity party stuff, it's like, oh my God, I don't feel sorry for you. You're making me like sick to my stomach. I know that's probably really bad, but that's the way it is. Other than that, that was a short chapter, so I don't have too much to say, but oh boy, that pity party thing doesn't go over well. Thanks.